Hey guys, today we are heading down to Tennessee and making us up some hot Nashville chicken. So crispy, so crunchy, and ever so delicious. So what you want us to do is start by giving your chicken a good dusting of salt. And it's usually best if you put this in the fridge just overnight with the salt, and it kind of brines the chicken and makes it nice and tender, but I don't have time, so I'm not going to do that right now. Okay, let's begin making our marinade by adding a cup of buttermilk. Now you can use regular milk too, but buttermilk adds an extra tang and breaks down the meat a little more. Followed by 2 tablespoons of hot sauce. Now I'm using the Frank's Buffalo here, but you can use the hot sauce of your choice. Good old Frank. Crack in a large egg. And last but not least, 2 tablespoons, or a quarter cup I should say, of pickle juice. And we'll go ahead and whisk this up. Now the pickle juice is optional. It's just sweet pickle juice from bread and butter pickles, but it makes a big difference. And we'll just go ahead and pour this over the chicken thighs. I have about 6 chicken thighs here with skin on, but you can use the cut of your choice. And we'll just give these guys a little flip around so it gets into every little nook and cranny. Now I'm just going to cover these with some cling wrap and slip them in the fridge for about 2 hours. You can leave them overnight too, that works well, or you can do them right away, but 2 hours is about the best. Okay, well the chicken is marinating. Let's work on our first dredging station by adding 1.5 cups of flour to a mixing bowl. A couple of teaspoons of salt. And of course, once again, whisking we shall go. Now we're going to keep this flour dredge fairly simple because all those delicious flavors are going to be in the sauce I'm going to show you how to make later. Alright, after a couple of hours, the chicken is marinated, and so it's time to begin our dredging. So I'm going to grab up a piece of chicken out of that marinade, then into the flour mixture, and just roll this around so it's nicely coated. Now we're going to do a double dredge here. Yes, the old double dredge. Now, back in to the marinade. And you notice I'm doing the right hand for the marinade, the left hand for the flour, otherwise it gets really messy. And then, back into the flour. And we are double dredged for that extra crispiness. Give our old chicken the shake, rattle, and roll to get any excess flour off, and onto a wire rack. Okay, now I got my oil heated up to about 325, 350 Fahrenheit. I'm going to go ahead and add my chicken in. And we're just going to fry this up until it's a beautiful golden brown on both sides. And there's kind of a funny story behind this chicken, guys. A guy came home one night from someplace he shouldn't have been, and his partner thought, oh, I'm going to get you, I'm going to fry some chicken, and I'm going to double dose the amount of seasoning, the amount of cayenne pepper in it. So she went ahead and did that. He ate it and said, this is so good. Oh, I gotta have more of this. So I guess the moral of the story is, don't bank on revenge. After about 7 minutes on each side, guys, we are done did, and just look at this. Wow, crunchy and incredible. And I'm going to get my mic fairly close here. You hear how crunchy that is? Well, that is going to be so good with that sauce. While the chicken is frying, let's begin making our sauce with 2 tablespoons of cayenne pepper, a teaspoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of paprika, and a teaspoon of ground black pepper. So we'll go ahead and add these to our mixing bowl. 8 tablespoons of brown sugar. Now our chicken is beautifully done. I'm going to scoop up about 1/4 cup of that chicken oil and simply add it to our dry ingredients. And don't worry guys, this is absolutely hot enough. No bacteria is going to live in this. Just look at this, wow. And this really depends, you can add a little more if you want it less viscous, or a little less if you want it thinner. Then I'm going to get a good load of that sauce onto my brush. and simply brush it on the chicken. And they'd laugh at me down in Nashville because they actually, they dip it on. They have it in vats and they just dip the chicken right into it. And me and my silly little brush. And we'll serve this up, of course, with a piece of bread, Nashville style. Oh, this is so crispy, guys. I can actually smell the heat. And of course, you just have to, just absolutely have to, have some sweet pickles on top. Doesn't that look pretty? And there you have it, guys, our hot Nashville chicken. Ever so good. Okay, let's get into this, guys, and see what we have here. And I am gonna grab up some pickles from the back and a little bit of bread, and that'll just kill that heat. And just look at this, guys. Isn't that incredible? Wow. Okay, let's give this a taste test. That is so good, and it is so hot. I'm glad I have the bread and pickles there. Need some water with it too. Not maybe water, maybe milk or something like that. But it is good. Well worth making, guys. Gonna have more.